last time we said when we have got to determine the equation of a third degree polynomial, right? We said that, okay, first things first, they're going to give you a sketch, like I gave you here on the right-hand side. Ons het eintlik al hierdeur gepraat. I'm just recapping quickly. Dan, ons weet ook die vergelijking moet altyd wees x to the mag 3, x to the mag 2, x, geen x. Nee, but we don't know whether there would be a coefficient. So we talk about a, x to the power 3, b, x squared, c, x, and then that constant right at the end will be d. Okay, now we have got to get the values of a, b, c, and d. Now, dit ons gesê ons werk om so in reverse. Nee, when we had to go and draw the graph, we first factorized. So we basically got those three brackets. Onthou julle dit? Nee. Okay, now, just because we're unsure about those coefficients, we will always say a, and then x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, because that is my three x intercepts. Is julle reg? Nee. Okay, now my three intercepts were minus 3, minus 1, and 4. So that's why it becomes plus 3, plus 1, and minus 4. Onthou julle nog? Okay. Then, we said when we get to this step, you will see that the only unknowns I have is y, a, and x. So we've got three unknowns. I can eliminate two of them if I just substitute in another point. Nee. So dit is dan nou wat ons hier gedoen het. We substituted in that y-intercept. Met ander woorde die derde punt, die een wat ons, die vierde punt. The one that we haven't used yet. Nee. Now when I substitute that in, I get minus 6 is equal to a, and then all my x's become 0. Okay, nou kan ek hom lekker gaan vereenvoudig. So minus 6 is gelijk aan minus 12a. So a is dan a half. So now I have the value of a. Ek het nog steeds nodig vir b, c en d. Nee. Right. Now, we go take this half and we go put it into our equation right in the beginning. Is julle reg? Okay, so that is then my next step. Ek gaan nou gou skip na die volgende bladsy toe. So jy gaan dan sê fx is gelyk aan a half, that was the value of a, and then x plus 3, x plus 1, x minus 4. En nou mense is dit gewone inmaal. Nee, I want to try and get rid of those brackets. So I'm first going to eliminate those last two. That will become x squared minus 3. Wait, excuse. Minus 3x minus 4. Okay. Nou gaan maal ek my twee hakkies met mekaar. So x to the power 3 minus 13x minus 12. And now I multiply in that half. Listen, it wouldn't have been wrong if you first multiplied in the half into that first bracket and then multiplied the first two. Onthou, it's multiplication. Order doesn't matter. Right? As long as you get rid of all those brackets. Okay, so jy gaan finaal eindig met a half x to the mag 3 minus 13 over 2x minus 6. Okay, so the value of a was what? A half. Die waarde van b is die koëffisiënt van x kwadraat. Nee, is there an x squared? No. So what's the value of b then? 0. Okay. C is the coefficient of x. So dit gaan wees minus 13 op 2. And d is that constant, meaning the one without the x, and that was minus 6. Is julle by? Maak het sin. Okay. Volgende enetjie gaan ek saam doen, of wil julle al self probeer? Dan gaan julle die laaste ene self, nee, die laaste ene kan julle nie self probeer, dis bietjie moeilik. Ja. Okay, kyk gou. Can I skip? Hands up, we're still copying? Are you guys done? Okay, quickly copy. Right. Okay, now in this case, they do not give you a picture. They give you information and you have to go and form your own graph. So let's look at what was given. Maar nou wil ek gou skryf maar gou eers klaar want julle moet fokus met hierdie enetjie. Okay, kan julle net gou eers almal penne neersit? Because I really need you to focus on this one. This is a difficult one. They give it to you like we had in the previous example. As hulle vir die skets gee, is dit lekker maklik. Maar hier moet jy half eers 'n paar afleidings maak voordat jy jou sketsie kan gaan kry. Right, so first things first, daai is mos nou maar net my formule. Nee. Okay. Over here. What is that part? What does this mean? If I substitute in x is 1 into the equation, dan kry ek 0. Okay, so wat sê hulle eintlik vir my? Coordinates of what? X afsnit. Nee, want as ek x is 1 instel, dan is y 0. En ook, if x is 4, then y is 0. Okay, so you guys fine with that? Okay, so kom ons skryf hier langs die kant. Hierdie is eintlik your x-intercepts. If x is 1, y is 0. And if x is 4, y is 0. Okay, so julle is by met dit, nee? Okay, let's look at the next part. This one. What are they telling me? As x 3 is y 8. So wat gee hulle eintlik daar vir my? Die y afsnit. Nee. Okay, so what they're giving me is the y-intercept. If x is 3, then y is 8. Is julle nog by? Right. What does that little thing mean again? First derivative is gradient. Nee. En wat as gradient 0 is? Ja? Dan is dit die draaipunt. Nee. So wat gee hulle eintlik vir my hierso? They're giving me the turning points. And they're telling me that the turning point will be where x is 1 and where x is 3. Is julle by? Okay. Okay, so daai is draaipunt. Ek gaan hom nou nie koördinaatvorm gaan skryf nie, because I don't know what the y value is. Is julle by met dit? So draaipunt by x is 1 and x is 3. Dis so ver as wat ek kan sê. We don't know what the y value is. Okay, but remember, first derivative is actually gradient. And if the gradient is 0, it means turning point. So it's not the y value is 0. When they talk about y value, they would rather say fx. No, but this is the derivative of fx. Okay. Goed, so. As ek dan nou met ander woorde hierdie moet gaan teken, because that's what 2.1 asks me to do. Okay, kom ons kyk gou wat ons het. Listen. I know that my x-intercepts will be here at 1 and at 4. Nee. Okay. My y-intercept is where x is 3 and y is 8. So hy gaan omtrent daar so lê. Julle, ek sê y-intercept. Dis die y-intercept, dis net 'n punt. Skryf net daar, ekskuus. Remember, at y-intercept, x will be 0, né? So, skryf net daar vir my net koördinaat. Sorry. As x 3 is y 8. Fine. Then, kyk gou-gou. What they also give me is the turning points will be where x is 1. So hier en by 3. Nou kyk gou-gou. Ek gaan nou nou wil hy nie so maak nie. Wag gou, wat? Ja, sê maar. Sy wil nou vra, hoekom trek ek lyntjies daar? She can't see that? Okay. Hoor vir zoom in. Jou glase, wil jy bietjie vorentoe sit? Huh? Ja, jy's lekker plekkie by my. Okay, kyk gou-gou julle. Right, so why am I drawing those dotted lines, nee? Jy hoef nie, maar ek wil vir jou spesifiek wys dat. Want, do we know whether this is a positive or a negative graph? No. So dit kan of daar bo gaan draai, of dit kan hier onder gaan draai. I don't know. Nee, en hier ook, hy kan of hier onder of daar bo gaan draai. But, getting back to that last one, is it possible for it to turn here if that is a coordinate on the graph? Nee, so dadelik weet ek, daar gaan hy moet draai. Nee? And if, wacht, het ek net hier uitvee? Nee man? If it turns there, then it has to go through here, where x is 4. Does that make sense? En waar is my ander draaipunt? Hier, waar x 1 is. So then I know it will have to go through there. Maak het sin? And now it must go up again. Ooh, is 'n blurry lelike grafiek. It could be, yes. Is julle reg? Huh? Ek weet nie.
Blink once for yes, blink.
Okay, so any questions here? Okay, now we've drawn our graph. Now we'll get at 2.2, determine the values of A to D. Now, okay, now we know that we're going to have fx is equal to A, en nou gaan ek mos my 3 hakies sê. Waardeur gaan hy hier? By 1 sou x minus 1. My second one is x minus 4. Maar nou kyk gou hier. Doesn't it usually go through 3 times? What happens if that turning point is on the x-axis? Done? We use it twice. Right? So x minus 1, x minus 1. And then that last one will be x minus 4. Okay. Sê weer? Nee, ons het al, kan ek gou terugskiep? Ekskuus. Ons het al gehad waar jy dit moes teken. Ek probeer nou gou by enetjie uitkom. Hierso. Daar waar jy hom geteken het. Het jy 5 punt, kyk hierso. X minus 3, x minus 3. Hallo? Jy sê ja, maar jy het eers gekyk hier, kyk daar. Sien jy, hy's 2 keer. Nee, wag gou. Dis omdat my draaipunt op die x-as lê. Gebruik jy daai punt 2 keer. Want, kyk gou die voorbeeld wat ons eers gedoen het. Hoeveel keer gaan hy deur die x-as? 3 keer. So ek het klaar my 3 hakies. Maar as daar 'n draaipunt op die x-as is, verhoed dit hom om 2 keer deur te gaan. So dan gebruik ons daai draaipuntspunt 2 keer. Okay. Goed. Gelukkig sien ek jou môre 2 keer. Kan ek vir julle huiswerk gee om te probeer?